Anyway, yeah, just have fun with it. Continue to chat. And let me go ahead and pause the song and start the new one. And we'll talk to you guys in 44 minutes. I hope you are having dinner or whatever it is in your time zone, or relaxing with some tea or whatever you like to drink and just chill out. Some of these songs, I haven't put all of these songs on my playlist because some of them are a little bit more brighter or upbeat. Um, and so, you'll hear that. So if there's some you may never have heard before because I didn't incorporate all of them into the stream playlist, I just made us some very lightly steeped black tea. Yeah, for nighttime, right? Oh, and then also the daylight savings time happened, so it's even later for you, right? Black tea with milk and sugar. That sounds perfect. Okay, enjoy. Here we go. And we're back to the first track. Let me go ahead and pause that. So that was the whole jam selection, volume 3. So I hope you enjoyed kind of hanging out and listening to that the way we did to tea set when it came out. Let me just pick like a random place to start on our excuse me, our stream playlist. Maybe something not from Johnny Bailey. Do I even have stuff like that? I do have a few. Just a few. How about this one? And if you can, let me know. This song I think is quieter anyway, but after we go on a bit, I did turn it up so that we could just, focus on it. I'll probably have to adjust the sound later. Anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm still not really finished steeping this tea. I think you can kind of see the gray ring when I hold it up a little bit, that there's like a gray cast around the edges of the cup, but in person it is definitely a very pale pink. Oh, hey, thanks, Barbs. Yeah, so that's Johnny Bailey's, I think, most recent album. Came out March 1st, along with his 2 babies. Actually, I don't remember their birthday, but it wasn't long after he premiered his twin girls, or I should say his wife did. Anyway, you know what I mean. So a lot of new stuff going on in his life, I'm sure. But it was all about the beginning of March. Yeah, so I probably should put some more water in my pot. My kettle, and get that warming up. This tea still could steep some more. I lost track. I don't even know how many times we steeped it. Probably at least 10. Which is a lot longer than a green tea usually would last. So, but still, it's very tasty, easy to drink, and surprisingly good for how very old it is. How very, forgotten in the back of the cabinet. And some would say stale. But after we rinsed it, and even then, the first steep was good. Very surprising. As I said, that's a mark of a quality tea, though, is that it didn't, just turn into something horrible. Anyway, let me shift things over here and we can get into our second tea, but I will probably have to take a little break to get some more water going. Okay, let me show you this gaiwan before we get it all filled with hot water. This is a Seascape gaiwan. I've had this for so many years. It's probably might be the first gaiwan I ever bought. I don't remember, but it's very sturdy. It's from Taiwan. I got it from that online tea company, Tea Source. And it's got a nice picture on it. But otherwise, it's very standard. It's easy to use, though. It's kind of heavyweight, but it's just porcelain. It also has a nice deep saucer with like a really deep indent for the cup to sit into, so it's really easy to handle. I have other gaiwans that just sit almost flat on the saucer, like the saucer's really flat, and it's a lot harder to handle that. Like you have to be careful if you, like I do, tend to pick up the whole saucer and everything, you have to be really careful that it doesn't slip off. Like if you have a flat saucer, but this isn't going anywhere. This is like a unit. It's really easy to work with. I'm going to give the rest of this tea to the tea pets. It's just gotten cold, but it's still quite tasty. And really good with food also. It tasted great with all the food I ate with it, which which is basically some of everything on the table. I'm going to rinse out the pitcher and the cup. The gaiwan's nice and clean. It doesn't really need anything. I know what else I meant to mention earlier is, so I do have tomorrow off for car repairs from work. But then the Monday after that, next Monday, the 27th, is a holiday in Hawaii. It's a state holiday. So I also have that day off. So things are getting a little easier at work, and then we also have these holidays, or holiday, and then I have days off. So yeah, so I was thinking of that it might be a good time to, play a game. Like I'm really into Figment right now, Figment 2. So, and I totally wouldn't mind like starting over from the beginning or just sharing with you wherever I happen to be at the time. And yeah, I'm thinking of it, but not tomorrow probably, because I'll be either stuck at the car dealer or I'm not quite sure where I'm going to be at different times of the day tomorrow, so I can't really make any plans like that. But the following Monday, I could, yes, if people are interested. Keeping in mind that it's later for you now because of the daylight savings time, and that we don't change, so it's probably an hour later for you. It's only 4 o'clock for me here, so I would probably try starting even earlier so that it's not so, like if I started at noon on Monday the 27th, that would be still like 6 o'clock for a lot of people. And it's a Monday night, it's a weeknight, so I don't know that I'd want to, get too late. So that's something I'll think about, is possibly whether it would be a good idea to start earlier than usual. Although when I do games, I usually start an hour earlier than the T-streams anyway, because the setup is so much less, So if anybody has any feedback about that, let me know. I can try to be flexible about start time. Okay, I'm just straining the extra water out of my tray. I don't know if you can see or hear that. It's all gurgly. And then I need to go get some more water for our second tea. It's about 10 where you are. Yeah. So 6 hours difference. Something to think about on a Monday night. I'm up for any time. I work my own hours, so I don't mind either way. Oh, that's right. Good point. Thanks for reminding me. I wish I could say that, but it's the office life for me. Although I do go in pretty much later than anybody. I'm like the last one in most days, but I'm usually the last one out as well. So I don't, get any flag for that. Okay, friends. Yeah, let's just take a quick BRB, maybe like 2 minutes, and I'll just keep the music going. I think I repaired my emote only button. I did. Yay, it works. Stream Deck had an update and my emote only button stopped working, but it's back. Or I should say it needed an update, and after I did the update, it started working. I'm commuting home from 6 to 7 EST, but after that I'm set. Oh, thanks for letting me know. Okay, so that's so actually for me, my time, 1 o'clock, that would actually still be good. Okay, let's tentatively keep it at 1 o'clock my time then, which would be 7 for you guys. Okay, anyway, hang on for just a minute. I am going to run an ad for those who are not subscribed. You're going to see an ad, but then it'll be easier for people to join us after the break. And I'll be right back with some more hot water. Hello, welcome back. I realized I hadn't gotten on camera today, so how's everyone? Hi. We just went right to the table earlier, so just wanted to wave hi. Not wearing anything particularly fancy today, but good to see you. And I am equipped with some more hot water. Oh, hey there. Anna, I think it was, right? Welcome in. Really debating which one to drink. I've got two possibilities here. And I pulled out an oolong tea that I just thought would be good. But it's not very springy, I'll be honest. It's kind of one of those roasted, dark, but I think I'm going to do that for balance and stomach reasons. Rather than go with another super green type tea. Just because I think it would be good. And to go with the food that we have here. It's still pretty cold here, so roasted sounds cozy. Okay, good. Yeah. Well, a week ago, I would have probably had this thinking, it was a good wintry tea. I just literally grabbed it out of my storage. I did not plan my teas this week the way that I did last week. So I grabbed one greener one and then one that I knew would be a little darker. Or I grabbed two greener ones thinking, one's a backup for the other. And so this is a darker roasted, darker as in a little more oxidized. Here, I'll show you what it is. I'll pour some out and then we can also quickly look at the website that it's sold on. So this is, I don't know, it's been a while since I did this. Maybe a year. When I did the Wu Yi oolong teas from Verdant Tea, I did like a sampler of 5, comparative tastings. I remember thinking at that time this was a good one, but not my favorite one for the day. But